Hi everyone, this is Brenda with Team Puerto Rico at DNAngels, and have I got a story for you. So we have this young girl. She went ahead and she came to us because she was looking for her bio dad. She had never known who he was, and she was actively seeking him. She went ahead and did a DNA test and had some really great matches. Right off the bat, we were able to go ahead and see that she had some great matches that was leading to grandpa, and she had great matches leading to grandma. Now, the two matches that was on grandpa's side, they were trying to help her because they knew they were coming in as half aunts. So they knew that their dad had to be the grandfather. What they didn't know was how to go ahead and help her because they didn't have any brothers. And so the one thing that they were able to provide us was that dad was part of the CIA and he traveled the world. And they know that he was a womanizer. So, of course, they knew there had to be some son out there that they weren't aware of. So, we had to go ahead and find grandma. And we had this really amazing match. And at first, the way Ancestry goes ahead and designates, the relationships, went ahead and designated her that she was like an aunt. And we went ahead and we looked at her, because she was fairly young. And the more we looked at her, the more we went ahead and triangulated some of the matches. We realized, no, we had grandma over here. So we go ahead and we tell her, this is your grandmother. And grandmother had two sons that we are aware of. And one of these men have to be your bio dad. So she goes ahead, and because this, grandmother had already taken her DNA, she went ahead and approached her and said, "Hey, grandma, I'm your granddaughter." And of course, the woman, she was fairly young, so she was saying, you are not my granddaughter. And she went ahead and said, I don't have any. My sons do not have any daughters. So she went ahead and came back to us and said, it's not flying by her. She doesn't think that we are correct, especially since it didn't designate her as grandma. And so she wants to know how you arrived at it. So we went ahead and reviewed it. We gave her some, bullet points to take back to her, and she was able to convince her. So she went ahead. We didn't need DNA testing from her, but we definitely needed DNA testing from her sons. One of the sons has sadly passed away. So, he did have a son, and they were going to go ahead and target test him. But the other brother went ahead and decided, he was going to go ahead and test. And this was several months ago when we went ahead and revealed to her, grandma and these two sons. And turns out he is the bio dad. So what's really fantastic is, she was able to go ahead and prove to them that, yes, you are my grandmother. Yes, you are my father. And with this man, goes ahead and she has now siblings and nieces and nephews and this whole big family that she didn't have before. Now, the thing about this is, though, that because she's revealing to this man, hey, I'm your daughter, the only way to go ahead and do that was to pretty much reveal to him the man you grew up knowing as your dad is not your dad. You are a product of an affair between this, CIA guy and my grandmother. So you have some sisters you weren't aware about. And, I hate to break this to you, but this is how we have arrived at all of this conclusion. So I know she reached back out to us, sent us a beautiful, photograph of her with this now large biological family that she has. And she did specify that she and these sisters, these aunts, are helping her bio dad to come to the realization that the man he grew up with wasn't his biological father. So, has that ever happened to you where you going ahead in pursuit of your truth has to go ahead and reveal to somebody something they didn't even know about themselves?